Hello and welcome back. This is Life Coach Tammy Ward from Embrace Life Boldly. I am a life coach and a spiritual light worker that helps guide others into finding their own tools to begin to find themselves, to begin to understand that, what is meant for us will come to us. And today I really wanted to talk about our conscious, subconscious, and our superconscious. Now, some people don't even know what superconscious is, right? And so I just want to explain it for just a brief moment. So our superconscious is like this, the higher self, the divine, the spiritual guidance, that intuition, that love and light that we receive from out of nowhere, trying to figure out where it comes from. And so I really and truly just been compelled to come in today on my normal Mondays and just be like, just give love and light in that situation and help everyone understand that, if you lose focus with negative thoughts, your whole conscious, subconscious, and superconscious will not align. And the reason for that is because when we have these negative thoughts that come in, and they're going to come in, I mean, heck, we have like 700,000 thoughts a day that come into our brain. Like, I don't know how we can decipher all of this, but it's a feeling we have, right? Hello. It's a feeling we have that comes to us in the sense of it's back here in our subconscious, right? And then it comes forward to our conscience. And so that's where the negative thought comes from. Our subconscious, and that's from past experience. That's from past things that you did. It could be from yesterday. It could be from this morning, right? It could be from an hour ago. It could be from when you're a kid, a teenager, in college, whatever it was. You created this event in your memory, right? And that memory held on to an emotion. It held on to an emotion. So in your subconscious, it just stays there. It stays there. Because our brain, all it wants to do is fight or flight, right? It was to protect you. And that's plain and simple. And so what happens in those moments is that anytime a situation comes up and you are in it to win it, right? And you're going wild and these negative thoughts pop up, your subconscious is like, hey, conscience, let me tell you something right now, right? This is how you're feeling. This is what your thoughts are, and this is what you're feeling. Because you've utilized that past experience and that emotion that you created then to be the same emotion in that present moment. So you're just, that whole time, you're keeping it there. You're keeping the longevity of your negative thoughts in your subconscious, and you're bringing them to light in your conscience. And that's exactly how it happens whenever we begin to have doubt, when we begin to argue with ourselves, when we begin to just go in this cycle and get stuck, because then if we utilize that same emotion that was created then in that past event, then that past event is going to be what runs your life. That past event is what's going to come to your subconscious, to your conscious level. And so when all of that happens, the awareness of your thoughts is the number one key to focus on. You've got to focus on your awareness, because once you're aware that that thought is coming up, you can then be aware of the situation that pops in, right? And in that present moment, and you can say, oh, all right, this is what I'm feeling. Because as I say all the time, how you think is how you feel, and how you feel is how you're going to act, and how you're going to respond, how you're going to react, whichever one you choose, right? Hopefully it's respond. Because responding is better than reacting, right? And so this is the thing. What you're not listening to, right, is your superconscious, that gut feeling, that intuition, that thing that says, hey, you've got this. Don't allow this negative thought to come in. Hey, you've got this. Remember, I told you to look into this book. I told you to read this, or listen to this podcast. I've been giving you nudges to be able to move you forward. But you see, we don't want to listen to that superconscious. We don't want to listen to that intuition. We don't want to listen to that gut, because it's too damn hard, right? It's too damn hard to stop the negative thoughts and listen to our gut, because we're so comfortable. We're so comfortable in our roller coaster ride of life, right? That we don't want to stop the ride to see what's best for us, to see what's new for us, to see what direction we can go in. You know, things don't happen to us. They happen for us. And that's the one thing about awareness that we need to bring to the forefront. That whenever you're in a situation and you're starting to feel these emotions pop up and you're starting to feel this like, uh-oh, here it comes. I'm going to be depressed. I'm going to be sad. I'm going to be angry. I'm going to be pissed off. I'm going to be whatever negative thought that comes in, you've decided to be, right? Well, listen, that is happening to you, not for you. Your awareness in it and your shift of reframing is how it happens for you. You know what I'm saying? That gut feeling, that intuition that you feel from your guides, from your divine, from your archangels, from whomever you believe it comes from, your higher self, that is what happens for you, right? That is what happens for you to be able to lead you into a forward projection. You know, what is meant for us will come to us. So remember that everything is a lesson. So be aware of it. And above all, this is a thing that a lot of people don't really realize. This is one thing that it took me a long time to realize. This right here is like the most powerful thing that I could have taught myself, right? And it's above all, be happy for you in your moment. Be happy for you in your moment, that you're learning something in that moment, that you're getting something in that moment, that you're receiving in that moment. And be happy for everyone else in theirs. You know, look, when we're in bad relationships, when we are in, you know, struggling with family dynamics, when we are at work and we just don't want to be there, the thing about it is that having that feeling and that emotion of like, I don't, and I won't, and I can't, that's where the negative reactions come from. But by responding to it in a sense of I get to be in this space with this person in this bad relationship to make sure that they are happy in their moment. And when you are going through a decision on whether you should end a relationship or quit a job, you should never do it unless you are happy with the reasons of why you're doing it, unless you're happy. Because if you're not happy making the decision, it's all going to fail anyway. Which is a lesson in itself to, again, be happy in another moment, right? And so the reason why I say that and the reason why it's really helped me push myself forward is because the moment I'm happy to leave a relationship, the moment I can be at peace with myself, the moment that I can be at peace with everything around me, of leaving a job, of breaking up with a relationship or ending it with a friend that no longer enhances my life, the moment you are at peace with that, the moment you are happier with that, is the moment that will push and project you forward. Those are the things that are happening with you and to you, right? But most importantly, it's happening for you. Because the for you is the projection. The for you is what's going to get there. Because let me tell you, your super conscience is going to be right here going, I'm telling you, girl, this is where you need to go. I'm telling you, this is where I'm trying to show you. This is where I'm trying to lead you. This is where I'm trying to project you towards. But oftentimes our subconscious of past events and past emotions tell our conscious, don't listen. Don't listen to what your super conscience is saying. It will not, that's what it's doing, because your brain just wants to protect you. So if you go outside the normalcy of your own life to push yourself forward, your brain's going to say, whoa, pussycat, what are you doing right now? What's happening? You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to just sit on the couch and binge watch TV because that's what makes you comfortable. You're not supposed to go outside that, right? That's what your subconscious is doing. It's reminding you of all the times where you failed. It's reminding you of all the times that you've had pain. And your superconscious is there saying, I got you. I got you. Come on, man. You could do this. You could do this. And it's like that saying goes when we talk about sometimes you have to let others believe in you for you to believe in yourself. And that is exactly why I'm here. Because I believe in you. I believe that you can push yourself forward today. I believe that you can take one thing and you can shift it. You can reframe it, whether it be a word, whether it be an action, whether it be a relationship, whatever it may be. I believe that you have it in you to do. And once you do, you will project yourself forward more than you ever will know. And that's just bottom line truth. Because think about the times in your life where that has happened. Think about the times in your life where you have sat back and you're like, I'm at peace with this decision. I'm happier with this decision. I know I will be at peace. I know I will be happier if I make this decision. Think about it, right? I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I know that that's what truth is. That's what projects us. You know, I mean, it's when we're in hard times, life doesn't make sense. It doesn't. It will not. When we're in hard times, we're unable to see how deep the water goes, right? When we're in hard times, we're unable to see that there is much more out there than what's right in front of us. It's hard, right? It's almost like you're looking at your life and all you see is the screen of like unworthiness or doubt or God, I just want to not go through this again and again and again. Like, why can I not get there? Why can I not feel? Why can I not be? Because let me tell you, you're not believing in yourself. You're not believing that anything is possible. You're not believing that you have you have unlimited beliefs, because your limiting beliefs is holding you back. Your subconscious is your limiting beliefs. And these beliefs come from parents, teachers, social media, TV shows. They come from, these places that are not truly you. They're not truly your super conscience. And that's how it goes forward. And so I ask you today to take one thing that will be able to lighten you up. You got my puppy in the background. She wants to come in. Take one thing that you can do for yourself today to shift that, to just breathe. And allow your superconscious to take over. Allow your intuition and your gut to walk you along in your path, to get with you in your journey, to make you whole in that session. I'm looking at my notes because there was something I wanted to say, and I want to make sure I honor myself by saying it. I've heard before this amazing saying, and it took me a long time to understand it and a long time to get it, but it's, our setbacks can be our set-ups. And what I mean by that is, our setbacks, meaning if we didn't get the job, or if we got fired, or if we lost something. Because listen, you all know I was in the military for 24 years and I retired, yes. But I retired because the military said to me, you've done your time. We no longer want to serve your contract any longer, right? It's time for you to go. And that setback, I was like, what? After all I've given you, after all I've done for you, after all that, you want me to leave the military on your time and not my own? That's ridiculous. But the thing about it is that it set me up to listen to my superconscious. It set me up to know that being a life coach, being a light worker, being an intuitive psychic is my path, is where I'm supposed to go from the get-go. I just was not listening because I was listening to everything everybody else was telling me. I was listening to everything and everybody else thought of me. I was allowing everything else to define me but me. And so our setbacks end up becoming our set-ups. And when you can understand that, when you can be aware of it, that is when your conscience begins to align with your superconscious. And that alignment will take you in directions that you know that you have. I mean, it's just a beautiful thing. I mean, I've been there. I've been in relationships where it was all about the other person. I've been in relationships that tore me down to the most tiniest, littlest bug you can possibly imagine, smaller than an ant. I felt smaller than an ant. I thought everything was my fault. Everything. I am to blame for everything. I am because this happens. I am because all of this. But you know what? Whenever we can stop allowing the definition of other people and the definition of what we think we should do and just do, listen to our intuition, to love ourselves in those moments, to know that it's not us, it was them, to be happy and peaceful. I mean, that is just a major, to know that that setback is going to be your set up. And no, it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in a week, because you have to process. You have to feel the feeling. You have to know where it comes from. You have to understand where you want to go. You have to know what's happening in your life. You have to understand that you are so getting tired of being beat up that at the end of the day, you're going to continue to beat yourself up if you don't shift, if you don't transform, if you don't transition. I used to have my stepmother's words of hate come into my mind every second of the day of my young adult life. I mean, every second of the day, right? And what I realize is that, yeah, she may have done all those and beat me up and said all those things when I was little, but she has no control over me now. So why am I still utilizing her words and her thoughts and her actions to dictate my life as an adult, right? Why? Because you know why? Because we don't believe in ourselves. I didn't believe I could ever come out of it. I didn't believe that I could ever move forward. I didn't believe that that setback in life was going to be my set up. That I had to stop listening to my subconscious that told me I was not worth anything, and let my conscience control that, let my conscience push that forward, and instead listen to my superconscious that kept saying, you got this. Stop listening, stop worrying, stop using excuses, move forward. Take your life by the goddamn horn and move forward. Grab your balls and keep bouncing. You know, and sometimes that led to failure. Sometimes that led to on the floor, crying, just beat myself down. But my superconscious came in and my gut says, pick yourself back up. You've got this. You know, I didn't have to talk to this friend, talk to that friend. I had to find friends that enhanced me. I had to find the people that I could have a real, true connection with. People that love me for me. Not who they think I am, not who they want me to be, but love me for me. Love my honesty, love my boldness, love my truth telling. Because that's what life is. When we surround ourselves with the people that love us, when we invest in ourselves and get the help of having a life coach or therapy or anything like that, we are investing in ourselves to do so. So again, take one thing today that you can reframe, that you can rethink, that you can rebuild, knowing that in life, everything is not happening to you. It's happening for you. Everything is happening for you. So grab it. Grab it by the horns and move forward. Guys, there is no better mission in life than being a life coach and help supporting others and help giving them the tools that they need to find themselves, to show them that I believe in them so much that I'm always standing with you. And that's true. I utilize my intuitive psychic abilities to be able to bring wholeness within you, to help you see your superconscious, to help you hear your superconscious, to help you build areas to where you can feel free and feel at peace and feel like you more and more each day. More and more each day. So, do you argue with yourself? Do you? Because if you do, stop. Listen. Be aware. And if anything else, DM me if you need more support. DM me if you need more love. DM me if you're ready to start this damn life knowing that anything is possible. And until next Monday, keep loving, keep growing, and keep embracing life boldly.